Alright, welcome to the tutorial of learning how to snipe. This is my build. You can call it trash. I don't know. I don't think it's trash. It's a I would say it's a B build. It's a strong B. A really strong B. Okay, so if you want a good sniper, a really good sniper, I mean, I beat most snipers. Most snipers, almost every sniper that I've come across, I whooped their ass. I haven't come across a sniper that was in an 8-10, like in a 1v1 in battlegrounds. I haven't come across a sniper that I couldn't whoop. But anyway, I'm gonna start off with my build. I have New Moons, Molakina, Valor Drift, and most importantly, Deadly Strike. Now I love Deadly Strike because it increases the damage of your physical, bleed, poison, and disease damage over time, and channeled abilities do by 20%. Now you're probably wondering, well, why is that good? And what you don't understand is that this is all channeled. These are all casting and channeling are basically the same thing. They're not different. They're the same exact thing. Um, my snipe is a channel. My imbue is a channel. My relentless focus is also a channel because you gotta hit them with 5 light attacks before you can use your spectral arrow. And my ballista is a channel because you gotta build up the ultimate before you can cast it. So it's all channels. These are all channeling abilities, and each one of these are getting a 20% increase to damage. This one, this one, this one, and that one. Snipe, imbue, relentless focus, and ballista, which are my attacks, mixed with my light. I'm only a bow build. The only thing I use is bow. That's it. Um, I have 2 pieces of heavy armor on. I have my head and my chest, which are 2 of the major pieces of armor are heavy, just so I can get that little bit of extra defense. And I have 5 pieces of medium for my damage. My skills on my back bar are channeled acceleration, forward momentum, shadowy disguise, deep thoughts, resolving vigor, and temporal guard. Channeled acceleration, all that. Okay, this is my escape bar. This is what I do to get away, or I'm going invisible to gank. So I'm switching back to. So the 2 major ones I use is, I use all of them in like recession, but my major ones that I use is shadowy disguise and resolving vigor and deep thoughts. These are the 3 main ones. Well, no, these are the 2 main ones that I use, but I'm not going to get in how I use them. I'm just going to show you my build, and then I'll give a little demonstration later. Okay, so this is my build. Alright. I'm going to go over my increases to damage. Momentum gives me a 20% increase to damage. The Fighters Guild passives give me 6. My gear gives me 20. And the bow passive gives me 25. Hawkeye. It's called Hawkeye, I do believe. Hawkeye, yep. Dealing damage with a light or heavy attack increases the damage of your bow abilities by 5%, so that gives me 25 if I'm stacked up to 25%. So it ranges from anywhere between 1%, well, it ranges from anywhere between 5% to 25%. So altogether, I'm getting a 94% increase to flat out damage because of my medium armor, which increases your weapon damage by 15%. So altogether, it's 94% increase the damage. Flat out damage. I'm a crit build, so if we go to I have the Shadow Moondos. I'm also a vampire. I stay in stage 4. It says 75% lower, but it's actually 50% slower because of my unnatural resistance. But you know, I take so I'm a vampire. The shadow increases your critical damage by 19%. By 19%, okay? So that's 19 right there. So just with the Shadow Moondos alone, that's 19. Okay, then we go to my gear. I have Divines, which is giving me increased Moonstone effects by 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 increase. So altogether, I'm hitting over like 150% crit damage. So if I crit you, I'm going to hit you really hard because it's over 150. Okay, so let me go into my demonstration. This is what I'll do when I start a battle. When I go into battle, I channel accelerate because it gives me 10% increase to damage and it gives me my speed. And speed is incredibly important when you're a sniper. Incredibly important. And why do I channel? Because in that moment right there, like let's say I go invisible and then I start channeling, right? If somebody knocks me out of invisibility, right? Or if I get hit in that moment, I'm taking 30% less damage, right? So boom, forward momentum, switch, and then I hit relentless focus, and I light you up with light attacks, right? 5 of them. Want to get 5 of them. Then I hit you with a combo. That's just show you how hard I hit. Alright, okay. Now one last thing before I close this is and let me show you my imbues. This is how hard my imbues hit. Which I don't really understand imbues because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to hit harder. I don't know. You see, like that one hit harder because my enchantment proc. When my enchantment procs, it's a really good attack. But one last thing before I go, Vampirism. And I'm in stage 4, so I can go in to sneak quicker. Stalker, Dark Stalker, or something like that. Go to Vampirism. And we go right here. Reduces your damage taken by up to 33% based on your missing health while you are below 50% health. So between between debilitation, temporal guard, which gives me 8%, relentless focus, which gives me 10 when I'm fully stacked, and vampirism, I can have anywhere between 10, 18, 48, 10, like 87% decrease the damage. I can have anywhere between 48%, 30% to no, and anywhere from 38% to 48% to around 70%, 60 to 70%, because if I'm at really low health, I mean basically up to 80 some percent decrease the damage because I have been saved like, well, over 80. I don't want to do the exact math, but I take over 80% less damage, and I have been saved while having like 10% health, 15% health. I get really tanky like around that time, and I have, come out victorious. I've come out alive because of those buffs. So that's why I imbue, because it's a really good duel. Like if I'm dueling you, and like let's say my magicka runs out, right? Like my magicka runs out and I don't have no more invisibility. Well, I'm going to imbue you and attack you and attack you, and then I'm gonna go back into invisibility, channel, momentum, relentless focus, in case if I don't have it, if I don't have relentless focus, and then I'm gonna hit you with light attacks. Well, I hope this helped you guys with your snipers. This is how I built them. I'm a pretty good sniper, right? And again, I haven't faced a sniper that I couldn't kill. And the biggest thing that I feel like that sets me apart from other snipers are two big things: my ballista and my imbue. My imbue definitely sets me apart because at the end of the day, I have so much more defense than they do. And when that Siegic bubble pops, which is in the Siegic order, if you go down to the Siegic order and you go to the spell orb, when you cast a Siegic order ability while you are in combat, you generate a spell charge. When you reach 5 spell charges, you launch a spell orb at the closest enemy to you, dealing 2,038 magic damage or 4,051 physical damage, whichever is higher. The spell charges must be generated within 10 seconds of each other or all charges will be lost. That exposes them. It exposes them. That bubble will expose you. If you're invisible, it hits you regardless. It just, and it can expose you. And not only that, I'm getting my defense. So I feel like that's what sets me apart from other snipers. Imbue is without a doubt a very underestimated ability. You gotta be skillful when you use it. It's a skill move, no doubt, but it's incredibly underrated and should definitely be used more often. Well, thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.